past included not only the growing of prize-winning geraniums, but a great deal of drama, excitement, danger, and people. She had opened the door to him even before he reached it. "Bishop!" she cried. "What a surprise! How on earth—" "Devil of a time finding you," he said, giving her an exuberant hug. "I hear the sound of buzzsaws from somewhere. Are they building you an ark?" She laughed. "It doesn't always rain in the country, and if you'd only called first, I could have given you terribly efficient directions. I'll put on some coffee. Oh, it's good to see you. Come and look at our house." "Love to," he said. "Where's Cyrus?" "He left 3 days ago. He's in Vermont." "Uh-oh," said Bishop. Mrs. Pollifax gave him a quick, attentive glance. Not a social call, she thought, and felt a curious little stirring of anticipation and excitement. "Now that's a strange reaction," she told him. He ignored this. "Put the coffee on and show me around, unless you charge for a guided tour. I've not much time," he added parenthetically as he dropped his attaché case on the pink and red flowered couch. Mrs. Pollifax led him from room to room. Upstairs to the 3 gabled bedrooms, 2 of them with fireplaces, downstairs through the kitchen into the dining room with its flagstoned terrace just beyond, and then into the greenhouse, which as yet lacked glass. She took him into the basement and introduced him to Mr. Lupalak, who regarded Bishop's plaid suit with something approaching awe, and to everything Bishop responded with exactly the right words. But Mrs. Pollifax felt that his mind was elsewhere, and she wondered. They arrived back in the dining room at last, where Mrs. Pollifax poured coffee for them both, brought out napkins, sugar, a plate of macaroons, and sat down to face him across the polished trestle table. Behind Bishop, the wind and rain attacked the sliding glass doors. The flagstone terrace glistened wetly, and one lone forsythia bush struggled bravely to brighten the scene with color. "And how is Carstairs?" inquired Mrs. Pollifax, nibbling on a macaroon. "Fine," said Bishop. "Considering the sedentary life he leads, full of stress and tension, I regard him as a medical phenomenon. He resists running, jogging, and even walking, and in effect defies every known law of health." "And how is Cyrus?" he asked, with equal politeness. "Bird-watching." He nodded. "And you're still Mrs. Reed Pollifax?" "Defying every known law of convention, yes," she responded. "Cyrus insisted." An interesting silence fell between them, as Bishop eyed her speculatively and she, in turn, waited patiently. "All right, Bishop," she said at last, smiling. "You can't possibly expect me to believe that you just happen to be in the neighborhood." "No," he said, eating his 3rd macaroon. "No what?" He swallowed. "No, I didn't happen to be in the neighborhood," he admitted cheerfully. "I needed a plane, a taxi, a limousine, and a rented car to reach you, except I'd expected Cyrus to be here." "He isn't," she pointed out. "No, but we thought this time, now that you're married and all. However, it can't be helped. The thing is," he said, "we need you. Need you badly. And at once." "For what?" she asked. "And what does 'at once' mean?" He put down his cup of coffee. "If you can help us," he said quietly, "it means now. No time to call or collect Cyrus, no time for anything. You'd leave with me now, within the hour." With a glance at his watch, he added, "By 12 noon. Mrs. Pollifax glanced at her own watch. It was exactly 5 minutes after 11. "Bishop, and you took 15 minutes to tour the house." He smiled sheepishly. "I had some thinking to do, reassessing, and damn it, I can't help my having been brought up to be polite and all that sort of thing. And we did expect Cyrus to be here, but his absence doesn't change our needing you." "Actually, rather desperately," he admitted. Of course, it was quite impossible, she told herself. She was too involved. And there was the bay window, and Cyrus not knowing. "Why me?" she asked. "And where?"